Why is this so hard? I thought this cannonball run would be a little easier, but here I am. Next stop says 1%. This should be my 10th stop along the way, going New York City to LA, with a completely self-contained solar array in the back of my Tesla. It takes a while to charge, so I gotta conserve energy as much as possible and go as far as I can to really stretch this out, stopping for a few days each time along the way. But my calculations say I should get there at 11%, so I'm not too worried about it saying 1. The trip computer's usually wrong when I'm going slow and hypermiling, so I'm not worried. Boy, I don't know, it is not looking good. My projected arrival charge is 0.7%, and it's been dropping ever since I got off the interstate. I'm going 50 right now. Speed limit's 55 work zone, but normally it's 65. Well, I don't know what's going on. I've gone a lot further. My first leg was 330 miles, and it had more elevation changes than this. So I thought I accounted for it. My calculations all seem good, but for some reason I'm just burning way more energy than I'd planned on. Temperature's good. I can't figure out anything that's really causing all this excess waste. Okay, status update. My 30-mile historic energy usage has been 254 watt hours per mile, and I'm going 55 miles an hour. That is really bad. I am going up in elevation a little bit, and I've got lots of rolling hills and a little bit of wind working against me. It's only 4 miles an hour, but still, it's really killing my range, zapping my power. Still going up. 257 now, watt hours per mile. Typically at 50 miles an hour, I would easily be going 200 watt hours per mile. So, temperature's good. It's 70 degrees outside. I'm not running any HVAC. Tire pressure's up over 50, so I should be doing really good, but I am not. So here it is. I'm going 50 miles an hour. Got 18% left, and it says I get there at 0. I don't know what's going on. I checked the weather. The car says it's only a few miles an hour. My weather app says 4 mile an hour winds with 6 mile an hour gusts. So that really shouldn't be affecting me that much. So I don't know what's going on. I'm just really confused at this point. Okay, this is the part that makes me really nervous. Projected to get there with 0.5 mile range. Got 41 miles on the clock here, and I'm stopped at construction. I don't know how much longer I can sit here. Been here a few minutes, just stopped. Who knows? Just waiting. A little stressful, but I'll make it. I'll make it. Well, after what seemed like an eternity, they finally opened the road back up and let me through. Now I'm getting pretty close, so I stopped and got a few quick supplies, even picked up a CB radio so I kind of monitor the semi-truck traffic, although the antenna on these little portable radios doesn't do much, so it was pretty rare that I was able to even pick up a word or two. But I'm getting close, still saying I get there right around 0. I just can't wait to get there. I should have a good day of charging. It's nice and sunny, so as soon as I get there I can start putting energy right back into the car. That'll be a huge relief. Well, I made it. Negative 0.5%. So I had 5.5 mile an hour wind from the west, cost 2.1%. Not bad. Driving was high. Still confused. Climate, negative 5%. In other words, I saved 5% by not using climate control. I did use the fan a little bit, so 0.3%. Looking at the last 30 miles was pretty good. Even the last 43 miles was pretty good. 206 watt hours per mile. All the other metrics look really good. So I should have had way more energy to get in here. Still don't know what happened. All right, it's kind of a barren sight. Exceptionally windy. Probably 20 mile an hour sustained wind, gust up to 30. Be great for kite surfing right now. But not so great for my solar panels. I had to lay them flat. Started lag screwing them down to hold them down because it is really windy. But I'm charging, and I made it here at negative 1%, so I live to fight another day. So I was really surprised to be so windy here, and yet not nearly as much wind as I was traveling over here. But you know, sometimes the Tesla gets it wrong, so who knows. But the weather app, that should have been good, and it checked it again, it was still 4 to 6. And then I got looking a little closer, and it said BFT. Somehow it got switched. It wasn't in miles per hour, it was in BFT. Never heard of BFT, so I looked it up. It's a Beaufort wind scale. And 4 is 13 to 18 miles an hour, and 6 is 25 to 31 miles an hour. Oh, that's why. I had the app in the wrong units this whole time. I was driving into a 20 mile an hour headwind this whole time. No wonder it took me an extra 10% over my planned energy use. Well, I guess I learned a lesson about units. Always check your units. I've significantly downsized, stored a lot of my stuff at my uncle's house, went smaller, lighter. I'm going to need it because it's getting harder. This is just a temporary setup to get my battery charged up so I can get my cell phone and everything charged up tonight. The sun is kind of setting, but I'm getting 90 watts out of this panel right now because it's aimed mostly at the sun. And it is hot, windy, dusty, but at least I have better equipment now. Got some new shoes. The other ones were getting rocks inside and wet. So, got a warmer sleeping pad. So I should stay warm. I just got to deal with the wind. It could be really fatiguing when it's windy like this all day long and you got nowhere to really get out of the wind except the hot car. And I'm not going to run the AC. I did a test run yesterday and it took about 1,000 watts, 800 to 1,000 watts to kind of run the AC once it reached steady state conditions. At first it takes a bunch to get everything chilled down, but 1,000 watts, you know, and I'm charging at 4,000, you know, maybe five plus during the peak. 1,000 watts is a significant chunk of my charge, so I can't afford to sit in the car and run the AC. Although it would be really nice to go in there and watch a movie right now on Netflix. But this is my home, and this is the update. It's beautiful. Well, I didn't record this because I was freaking out, but this battery went completely dead, and the inverter would not power on or do anything. It wouldn't charge it. So I didn't know what to do. I unplugged the communication port, thought maybe something would happen, and something happened. It clicked on and gave the controller just enough voltage for it to register and come on, and all of a sudden it started charging. But man, I was about dead in the water. You can see I'm at 2.4% now, but it was completely zero. I don't know, I got to be more careful. Make sure I shut everything down and leave it on a decent charge at night so it doesn't drain down. That was scary. Not to mention, I almost got locked out of my car last night. I was using my phone, and if you don't know, for Teslas, your phone is your key, and my other key card was in my wallet, and I let my phone get down to 2%, and all of a sudden I realized I didn't have my wallet, it was locked in the car, so I quickly ran out to the car, opened it up with just enough time, and sure enough, I went back to get something else after the fact, and my phone had already died. So I was about 60 seconds away from not being able to get in my car and having to go find someone to charge my phone so I could get back in. But from now on, I think the key stays out of the car. So, lesson learned. Leave your auxiliary battery at least 10 or 20% at night, shut everything down, and keep your key outside of the car. And yeah, that's what I learned today. So once I had some breakfast, I decided to head into town, had a few things I wanted to pick up. So I went in, and this is me just coming back. Pulled the one wheel out of the front, hopped on it, rode in, rode back. It's pretty quick, convenient transportation, especially when it fits inside the front. It doesn't take up much space, and my single solar panel for the tent has plenty of juice to keep this thing charged up. It's got about a 324 watt-hour battery, I think. So that would be solar power, 100 watt, that'd be a full 3 hours plus, so maybe 4 hours to get a full charge from a good sunny day on the one wheel. Quick update here on the solar cannonball run. I'm stuck in my tent. It's kind of cold, cloudy outside. Don't have a lot of power, but I'm nice and cozy here. I'm starting to generate a little bit of electricity here from my tent setup. I'm gonna make some coffee, charge some batteries, but it's pretty tight in here. So this is the whole setup. It's too windy and cold to really cook outside, so I got some cheese and crackers, some venison biltong, South African style beef jerky my uncle made from venison, and protein bar. Living large here. I'm gonna boil some water in my little jettle here. I got some new hiking shoes, much warmer and more comfortable, so I think you can hear the construction work outside. They're literally redoing the road about, I don't know, 10 meters from my tent, so it's kind of noisy, but at least I got people to talk to when I'm out walking around, so everyone's curious how my solar charging is going. So, well, that's it. I think I forgot water, so that means I got to go back out, get some water, and then time to make some coffee and eat breakfast, which is going to be cheese and crackers. Awesome. Guess while I'm here, I should check. Okay. Let's see, 0.8, 0.9 kilowatts in. All right, so I'm almost getting 1 kilowatt. It's still kind of windy. And I'm mostly shaded and cloudy. I still got half the panels up, half the panels down. I'm debating whether to put them all up right now or do it later. I don't know. I had my one panel over there blow down yesterday, so I'm a little leery. The wind kicks up. I don't know if I can put these down quick enough before they get all messed up in the wind. So, all right, well, I am charging slowly, but I got my water. Okay, I think it's time I go edit some videos here. You can see the construction here. Back to my cozy home. So this is it. This is what I've been recording and editing all my videos with. Basically got a GoPro and my cell phone, Samsung S23 Ultra. It's kind of my primary camera. And then I can plug this microphone directly in. Originally I had an X2U adapter and it was kind of staticky, so when I was at my uncle's I upgraded to the MV X2U, all digital, a little bit cleaner signal. So I can plug the microphone into it and then right into my cell phone and get a nice good recording, and it kills a lot of the background noise, especially in the car where it's really boomy. It really sounds a lot better, and that's what I'm talking on right now. And then I've got 2 solid-state hard drives. My phone was getting kind of full. Originally I planned on using them for backup, but now I have to transfer files on and off my phone because I don't have enough memory on the phone to handle all the video footage. And it doesn't work real great with Premiere Rush, so I'm editing all the videos with that on the phone. And it doesn't like when you take files on and off the phone. It gets kind of confused, so you have to be real careful how you do that. But it's a nice little setup, real compact. I've also got a drone. I don't use that very much, but every once in a while I'll pull that out. And this is pretty much it. This is what I can do all my editing on, and it works pretty good so far. So after I finished working on a few videos, went to the car to get some lunch. I keep all the food in there so none of the critters can get to it. And while I'm in there, some roadrunners come out. I've never actually seen these in person. They are fast little creatures, and they're ornery, just like the cartoon. There was 2 of them. They were chasing each other around. They were jumping around in front of the construction equipment, just causing mayhem everywhere they could, having a blast. I'm not quite done charging yet, and they're still working on the road, but it should be pretty nice when they're all finished. There was some old blacktop here. Looked kind of like this road here, or this parking lot. not the greatest. Should be all nice new asphalt. Be a really nice place to come. Kind of cloudy today, but tomorrow's going to be sunny, and the next day is going to be sunny. And the best news yet, I've got a spot for Monday. Charge on. All right, time to pack up, hit the road. Well, not yet. I still got a little charging to do, but I'll be full pretty quick. Maybe around 1 p.m., 2 p.m. Sun's coming up. It's gonna be a really good day for charging. There's no wind right now. That's kind of odd for this location. Well, that's it for Meredith Lake, Texas. Time to go on to New Mexico. Nice, calm, still warm day. Wish it was like this the whole time I was here. But 6 days later, I'm finally out of here. Let's go. Okay, I got in at 0%. Quickly popped the cover off, plugged it in, powered up the inverter. It's still powering up. My auxiliary battery's at 99. It should click on and start charging here any minute. I got the car set to 18 amps. Let's see, is it going? Come on, focus. Yeah, it's charging. Alright, look at that. It's charging. Alright. Yeah, I don't think you need a fan. It's 31 degrees out, 37 degrees outside, but whatever. Okay. It's charging. Gosh, it's cold. Yeah, look at that. 33 degrees. Man, really killed my range. But I made it. Check it out. Mm. 99.9% consumed. Arrived with negative 0.6. I'm now charging at 18 amps. I got about an hour before it dumps that battery in. So I went 291 miles. My energy consumption was horrible, but partly because of elevation change, but mostly that 33 degrees. It dropped temperature really quick here. I think I gotta start driving more during the day. At least I didn't leave in the middle of the night and try and arrive in the morning. But yeah, there's the stats. You can pause it and check it out. I don't know if you can see this when it's zoomed out. It might not be focusing. Alright, time to go get in a room. I made it 99.9% consumed, although I couldn't start navigation until I got into the town. Otherwise it would have read 100.6% energy consumed. But I made it to Moriarty, New Mexico, and I'm in a famous hotel apparently, or a motel. In fact, there's been quite a few movies that were shot here. And in fact, the room I'm in, someone was even shot in a movie in that room. So it's kind of a cool location. And charging at the airport tomorrow morning. So time to get some rest and get ready for another adventure.